And welcome to our Kentucky Derby edition of our handicapping seminar here. I'm with Kim from our marketing department, our social media department. She's our Facebook coordinator, and she does it all here. So we're going to talk Kentucky Derby 145. We're taping this on Thursday. We are aware of the scratch of Omaha Beach. There are still 20 horses racing as Bodie Express has came into the field now from the also eligible list. And we're going to go one by one, write down every horse, and we're going to talk about it briefly, and then we're going to give you our picks, how to make money, our superfecta, our exacta box. Of course, wagering begins Friday at 10 a.m. right here at our simulcast center upstairs on the second floor. We're inside Thurman's 34 Rush Sports Bar as we speak. You can also wager on our self-service wagering terminals inside of 34 Rush. Any OTB tomorrow, advanced wagering. Listen, if you know what you're going to play, avoid the lines on Saturday. Bet early. That's the way to go. Or go online to BataviaBets.com, owned by Western Regional Off-Track Betting, and open up an account. It takes 2 minutes, and if you win, you don't have to wait 3 or 5 days for your money. You can go to any OTB or come here to the track, and we'll pay you. Okay, Kim, so the race has a purse of $3 million, which is a $1 million increase from last year. Distance is 1.25 miles. These are all 3-year-olds, and it is the first jewel of racing's Triple Crown. The winning horse owner will get $1.4 million. The winning jockey will make $140,000 for about 2 minutes work. Let's go down the field, Kim, with number one.
You ready to go?
Yes.
Number one, War of Will.
Well, War of Will was the favorite in the Louisiana Derby. Had some issues at the start, really never got in it. He's trained very forwardly since. The knock on him, post one, Kim. It hasn't won since 1986, and I don't think it's going to win on Saturday.
All right, number two, Tax.
Tax has been taking the New York route to the Kentucky Derby. Claimed for just $50,000, and he's done very well off the claim. Haven't seen horses in the Wood Memorial do very well in the Kentucky Derby. The last horse to finish in the top 3 was way back in 2003, funny side. I like Tax, but I'm not going to use him.
All right, number three, By My Standards.
By My Standards is actually the Wise Guy horse. He has worked as well or better than any horse in the field since his upset win in the Louisiana Derby when he was 22-1. The light bulb has went off on this horse, and he's just doing everything right. If you're looking for a long shot, Kim, it's the 3, By My Standards.
All right, number four, Gray Magician.
Raced in the Dubai, the UAE Derby out in Dubai, finished second. He's not much of a horse, Kim. He's going to be a gigantic price. 50-1 on the morning line, and he'd probably go off higher than that. A lot of people predict Gray Magician will be last.
All right, number five, Improbable.
One of the 3 Bob Baffert horses in the field, second in the Arkansas Derby, second in the Rebel. I will tell you that this horse is feeling better than any horse in the field. He's full of himself. He worked out the other day. He was ranked. He just wants to go. That may be a knock. Horses need to settle in stride in 1.25 miles. The jockey was able to get him to settle later on in his workout. Feeling good. He's got a big shot. Improbable. Jose Ortiz, or Irad Ortiz, not Jose Ortiz, rides. Very big player, Kim. We're definitely using him.
All right, number six, Vekoma.
Vekoma won the Bluegrass Stakes rather easily. Not sure if he's going to want to get 1.25 miles. Javier Castellano rides. That's a big plus. Dangerous horse. He has an action when he runs like you've never seen before. He kind of paddles his front feet. You'll see it when he's racing. I've never seen a horse run like that. Again, remains to be seen if he can get the distance. I'm not going to use him. He's not an impossible horse. However, if you're looking for a long shot, might not be the worst long shot.
Number seven, Maximum Security.
He's a horse that nobody wanted, Kim. They tried to sell him for $15,000. There were no takers. He started his career in a maiden $16,000 race. No takers. Think about this, Kim. For $8,000 a piece, we could be owning a horse that raced in the Kentucky Derby. Fabulous story. There's going to be a movie about this horse if he wins because nobody wanted him. He won the Florida Derby. He's got speed. The scratch of Omaha Beach really helps his chances. I'm going to use him. Luis Saez, the leading rider, Gulfstream Park rides.
All right, number eight, Tacitus.
Tacitus is the royally bred horse, the best bred horse in the field. Father, a distant sire, mother, Close Hatches, was a champion racehorse. Won the Wood Memorial for fun despite being bothered all over early in the race. He was bounced around. He won the Tampa Bay Derby. People are knocking him because he had good setups. The early paces were very fast in those races. He picked up the pieces. However, since going on Lasix, he's unbeaten. I'm using him. Jose Ortiz rides. Pulling for Bill Mott. Bill Mott's due to win one of these Kentucky Derbies. Again, the knock coming out of the Wood Memorial. The Wood Memorial has been a terrible prep race, Kim.
All right. right, number 9, Pluquet Parfait.
The winner of the UAE Derby. We haven't seen any horses do any good shipping in to Churchill Downs for the Kentucky Derby from the UAE Derby. I'm putting a line through him, Kim. No chance.
All right, number 10, Cutting Humor.
Won the Sunland Derby, but again, not the best field out there. Did nothing in the Southwest. Got to respect the connections. Todd Pletcher, leading trainer. Corey Lannery, good rider, but not today for the 10, Cutting Humor.
All right, number 11, Heichel.
Heichel is a closing sprinter. Not sure if he wants to run 7/8 or a mile. However, he will, if they go fast early, you may hear from him late 30-1. Rajiv Murrah will ride. I'm not using him. Again, was third in the Word Memorial behind Tacitus and Tax. Not impossible to hit the board, but I'm not going to use him.
All right, Omaha Beach was scratched, so moving on to number 13, who moves up a post position, Code of Honor.
That's right. John Velasquez, Hall of Fame jockey. Shug McGee, Hall of Fame trainer. One-dimensional horse, Kim. He needs some help up front. If they go fast early, if nobody respects maximum security, he could be rolling down the lane. Did win the Fountain of Youth. Wasn't as fortunate, however, in the Florida Derby when the pace was slow. Another horse. Not terrible. Going to use him in my supers. Not going to use him in my exacta box, however. But he'll need some help up front to win this, Kim.
All right, 14, Win.
If you like a horse with excuses, he is your horse. He won the Pasco and set a speed figure, which makes him very competitive in this field. However, since he's had issues, he hasn't broke well. He's been wide. Last time he had traffic trouble. He was second in the Bluegrass Stakes. Been working very well, Kim. He's a very good long shot. I put him on the program as a possible long shot contender. In my exactas, when I spread out and bet several numbers, I'm going to use him. Julian Pimentel will ride for the first time ever in the Kentucky Derby. I got to tell you, jockeys will tell you the first start in the Belmont Stakes, they get very nervous. Hopefully Julian won't be nervous on Saturday.
All right, 15, Master Fencer, which is the Japanese bred horse.
That's right. We don't see many Japanese bred horses in the field. However, Master Fencer coming from Japan. Churchill Downs created a route to get some international horses in the Derby, and they did just that. He has no speed, Kim. The track is supposed to be sloppy. I don't want a horse coming from China, figure of speech there, but way back in the field, and I'm not using him.
All right, 16, Game Winner.
Our 2-year-old champion from last year, he was by far the best 2-year-old. Perhaps the other horses have caught up to him a little bit. However, he's still the horse to beat in my opinion. Second in the Rebel, second in the Santa Anita Derby. He's battle tested. He's trained by Bob Baffert, who's already won 5 of these Kentucky Derbies. A win on Saturday will tie the record for the most Derby ever. I just like his consistency. You know he's going to show up. If he wins or not, I'm not sure, but he's my pick, the 16 Game Winner.
All right, 17, Roadster.
Well, you got to feel bad for Mike Smith. Mike Smith had the choice between Roadster and Omaha Beach. He took off Roadster, the Santa Anita Derby. Now Mike Smith won't have a ride as Omaha Beach is scratched. Florent Giroux picks up them out. Another Bob Baffert horse. Since he's had throat surgery, he's 2 for 2. He's a very good horse. Comes from off the pace a little bit. He looks like he's improving. I didn't pick him. I may be upset about that after the race for not picking him. You can't pick them all. He's a good horse, but if you're spreading out, you certainly got to consider the 7 Roadster, who, by the way, Kim, post 17 has never won the Kentucky Derby in 40 starts. However, because of the scratch, he'll start from post 16.
Okay. Number 18, Long Range Toddy.
Don't like the name at all, Kim. I'm throwing him out simply because of the name. He did win the Rebel Stakes, wasn't as fortunate in the Arkansas Derby. He's an off-the-pace runner. I'm not using him.
All right, 19, Spinoff.
Spinoff was second behind, by my standards, in the Louisiana Derby. Looks like he's improving a little bit. He hasn't run fast enough yet to be competitive. Maybe that'll change on Saturday.
Number 20, Country House.
Another Bill Mott trainees, another off-the-pace runner. Again, if the track is very sloppy, 100% chance of rain on Saturday. I just don't want horses coming from too far back. Country Hill's going to be way back early. I don't like them.
All right, and finally, 21, Bodie Express.
That's right. When you wager this year, you can use the 21 if you want. We normally don't say that. He'll start from post 20. Chris Landeros is the rider, second in the Florida Derby behind Maximum Security. However, he's never won a race, and there's no reason to think he's going to start now, Kim. That's the field. How are we going to play this race? Well, on the front of your OTB program that Kim has, we have our superfecta pick. We did get lucky the year American Pharoah won, 16,875. But when I go to the window, and I'm going to go tomorrow because I don't want to stand in long lines on Saturday, I'm going to make a $1 exacta box, Kim. That's the 3, 5, 7, 816. That will cost you $20 for a $1 bet. Please don't say you want a $20 bet because that will cost you $400. But a $1 exacta box, we've got 20% of the field. We've got some good long shots. The 3 is a big long shot. Tacitus is not he's 10 to 1. Maximum Security is getting no respect. He's 8 or 10 to 1. We can make some money if we can get this home. So $1 exacta box, 3, 5, 7, 8, 16. Don't forget 2 parties here on Saturday. Our Derby Gala 30 tickets remain $75. A great deal upstairs in Grandstand's Event Center, and also our $20 party downstairs, and you'll get your choice of 5 food items. You'll get $15 back in free play, Kim. You'll get a Derby glass, which everybody seems to want a glass, and you'll get a $5 wager on the Derby. No reservations required. First come, first serve. Last year we had over 600 people. We expect a big crowd. Get here early. That party starts at 11:30. The Derby Gala starts at 4:30. We'll be around all day. Thursday, Friday, we won't be here. We'll be in Rochester all day doing interviews. But anyone has any questions, certainly they can contact us, Kim, on Facebook or Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not advanced, but Kim is. And also, you can give us a call here at the racetrack if anyone has any wagering questions. We're here to help you out. We'll be here all day Saturday, correct, Kim?
Correct.
To help people with their wagers. So we're looking forward to Kentucky Derby Day. It's our biggest day of the year. We'll take in about $2 million in wagers. And the good news is we'll pay back about $1.8 million. So the only way to be in it is to make your wager at OTB, BataviaBets.com, or here at the racetrack. For Kim, I'm Todd. Best of luck on the Kentucky Derby, and we'll talk to you in 2 weeks for the Preakness.